And welcome to our Expedia Travel Talks. Tonight, our special guest is Eva Horn from Azamara Cruises. Everyone on the call is muted. You do have control if you want your video on or off. As I said, I love when people have their faces on. It's so nice to see faces. We have not really socialized in so long, so we love it, and we're okay if you're wearing your pajamas as well. So my name is Lisa Anflick. I'm one of the consultants at Expedia Cruises, and this event is being hosted by the 6 Expedia locations in the Edmonton area. It is so exciting that travel has begun. The last 2 years have been able to cruise the world again. I personally have had the opportunity to cruise twice in the last few months, and it was fabulous to be back at sea. I sailed out of the Caribbean out of Barbados in January, and in April I did a trip to Jordan to see Petra and sailed on a Nile River cruise. It was absolutely fabulous and so wonderful to be able to come back to some type of normality of travel. With our ever-changing world, I'm sure you still are concerned about health and safety. People are choosing to travel. Cruising is still proven to be the safest way to travel, and the cruise lines are all running now with most, if not all, ships back in the water. I will tell you the demand is there and people are booking. It's almost like the gates have opened every time there's a new news story that talks about restrictions being lowered. It's our phones continue to read. I will tell you travel is a little more complex. Now more than ever, you need the professional advice of a travel consultant. And our consultants at Expedia Cruises are here to help you navigate the new complexities of travel and make sure that your vacation is safe and seamless. I'm amazed when people talk about booking their own vacations. There are things that I could do on my own. I could change the oil in my car. I could do my own taxes, but I prefer to leave those to the experts, and I encourage you to do the same. When you book with Expedia Cruises, you're going to receive our expertise. So there are hundreds of different cruise ships and different cruise lines, and our Expedia consultants can help you choose the right one for you, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. Pricing, you will never pay more directly with the cruise line. Many times booking with a travel agent will provide a better price. At Expedia Cruises, we block hundreds of spaces on ships, and we can offer the better pricing as well as amenities such as shipboard credits. We are here to give you information regarding passports, visa, entry requirements, and if necessary, COVID testing requirements and protocols. And we're always there in emergencies or when problems happen. So there's a phone number and somebody to reach you, and that can make you feel really confident in traveling and knowing that we have your back. At Expedia Cruises, we are committed to finding you the best value for your travel dollars. We are more than just cruises. Our name is Expedia Cruises Air, Land, and Sea Vacation, and we can help you with your flights, your transfers, your hotel, everything that you possibly need from door to door to help you have a seamless vacation. And best of all, we are local. We are in your neighborhoods, and I think everybody nowadays wants to shop local. So the last 2 years with very little travel, I think what's happened is the bucket list has become a to-do list. Time has passed, and like you, many of us have much to make up for. So whatever your dreams are at Expedia Cruises, our consultants can make them come true. And so what I'd like to do is sit back and relax. I'm going to introduce you now to our special guest, Eva Horn, who is going to share with you the world of Azamara. Welcome, Eva.
Thank you, Lisa. You certainly got the excitement in me going again, too. Just give me 1 sec so I can just get my screen up. Let me know, and I'll get it right from the beginning for you. Hang on as I get this off of there. There we go. Can you see my screen, Lisa? Just give me the thumbs up if you can. Everything good there? Okay, great. Well, thanks for the introduction. And you're absolutely right. I mean, we are so excited that travel is back. I just returned from Greece probably about a week and a half ago. And I share your sentiment on how nice it is to travel now. And the world is indeed so welcoming. And we feel, I think, more united than ever as global humanity. It's such a great time to travel. And perfectly felt at ease and comfortable cruising. And, you know, it certainly feels good just to be back and back doing what we love. So as Lisa said, we're such great partners with Expedia Cruises, Air, Land, and Sea Vacations. And I'm so proud to represent such a beautiful brand Azamara is a very, very special cruise company, and it's been a great partner to Expedia for many years. And I love working with all of you in Edmonton. You're so passionate about not only travel, but certainly about our brand as well. So thank you for your very authentic and very loving introduction to us. I have this up here, Lisa, but I think I'll skip by it. Maybe you can address it at the end. But you did talk about making sure that you are protected. So welcome to beautiful Azamara. So my name is Eva. I live in the Sea to Sky country out here just outside of Vancouver, and coming to you with lots of years of experience in not only the cruising industry, but also land and river expedition. And it's as I sort of look back and reflect on my own career, the reason I love doing what I do is because travel changes us when we go to different places around the world. It's those moments that really make memories that change us as who we are. It could be, you know, a special interaction with culture or people. Perhaps it's the first time you've been on safari. Maybe it's a mountain that you're seeing for the first time, or truly a bucket list, or as you said, a to-do list, one that you want to tick off. But I love how travel really changes us. And Azamara is a company that is all about ensuring that when we are in places, we give you that time to connect to people with cultures, and giving you that time to really, really explore the destination. We are a cruise company that's all about slowing life down. And how do we do that? Through our commitment through destination immersion. We want to make sure that we're going to give you time. Time in port, time in places, time to really explore the destination how you would like to see it. And we do that by staying sometimes one night, sometimes 2 nights in ports. We offer overnight touring. We stay late night, which means any of our nights that are 8 p.m. and longer is something called an late night for us. And then we also have things called country intensive voyages where we dive deep into one destination. So pull that all together and it kind of gives you this why, our pillars on what makes us unique and special out there in that cruise landscape. Now with Azamara, we have what we call late nights and overnights and longer nights. And I've just explained those to you, but we have a lot of them in our portfolio or our brochures, 300 of them. We have 170 overnights in our portfolio as well. We also travel the entire world. So we go to all 7 continents, we go to 70 different countries, and we handpick 275 really unique ports. Now, within these ports, I'll bounce to my 4th one, and then I'll go back to my 3rd one. There's a huge advantage by traveling by small ship. It gives you those big advantages to go where the bigger ships just can't, like those remote islands, those hidden harbors, and there's beautiful exclusive ports. So it really does feel like you have your own ship or your own yacht or your own floating hotel right there. We also do world-themed events like golf. We have Formula One, World Cup for soccer, and many, many more. So it really makes us a unique cruise line when people are choosing to travel to spend more time in each destination. We have what we call club-like personalized cruising that is really slowed down. We hold fewer passengers. We only hold 680 on board our ships with 408 crew. And I believe Lisa said it, that our entire fleet is actually all back in the water now. And our fleet consists of 4 beautiful ships. So we're very proud to have them all back sailing. We attract that culturally curious, like-minded type of clients. So those of you who really love to travel and are curious about people and their cultures, the history, the beautiful villages and towns that we go and visit, those are the type of clients that love sailing on Azamara. We also love clients that like to maximize their time on shore with longer and later stays. Those non-scheduled, non-rush type of itineraries. You want to reflect and connect with other people, not only in place, but also on board the ship. You love that tasteful, personalized service, but it's not stuffy or pretentious. You want to be able to dress very comfortably. You want to be unassuming and casual on board. You'd be perfect for an Azamara voyage. You love that unhurried pace that's non-scheduled. We want to make sure that when we get into a destination, we're not going to arrive at 10 o'clock and have you wait in line to be back on board for 3 o'clock sailing. you know what, we're going to stay 1 night, 2 nights, or sail away at 11 p.m. Want to make sure you're very relaxed on board so it feels like you're truly coming home or going to that favorite boutique hotel. And we want to make sure that everything is easygoing and congenial when you're on board. So I just took this shot. This was just about 10 days ago in Santorini, Greece. And there's our beautiful Azamara journey in the upper left-hand corner on my screen. So you can see, you know, it's just us right in that port. Now there's some other ships around the corner there, but I love that we get in so close, because what we do is we truly hug the coastlines of the world to be able to access these beautiful ports of call. Here's another one in Kotor in Montenegro. You know, surrounded by these majestic mountains, the Adriatic is right there. We wind our way through this gorgeous fjord. You know, it's a perfect spot to sit on the outside deck, have some coffee, enjoy the scenery as we get into this beautiful, beautiful pearl right in the Adriatic. It's a beautiful place to visit. And I love, we dock literally right in the heart of town. So again, it's accessibility for us, giving you the time that counts into these beautiful destinations around the world. Now with Azamara, we also want to ensure you see the best of not only day and night, but also of the culture. We want to celebrate that you're in one of these beautiful places that we've come and sailed into. Sometimes it's a great city like Monte Carlo, like you see right here. Now we were just there for the Formula One races, but also on several of itineraries, we actually spend an overnight in Monte Carlo. And this is where we will hold something called our White Night Party, or our Evening Under the Stars deck party. That's when the ship just celebrates that we are there. We wait till the sun goes down and the sky is all lit up, of course, with beautiful stars of the moon. We decorate the ship in all white. Everybody comes dressed in white. We break out all the big, great barbecues. The chefs and the marine staff showcase what they do best. The wine and champagne and spirit starts to flow. And of course, the band starts to play, and it's a fantastic celebration of place. So we do this on all of our voyages that are 7 nights or longer, and our clients love it because, again, it's a connection and a celebration that you were traveling in an amazing place. The other thing that Azamara does, it's very bespoke to what we do, is something called our Azamazing Evening. Now, this is such a wonderful celebration of culture and place that we've actually trademarked that name, Azamazing. And what we do is we celebrate the best of that particular place has to offer. So it could be what you see here. It's a Carnival performance in Montevideo in Uruguay. It could be a gorgeous outdoor performance by a large orchestra or quintet in something like Kusadasi in Turkey. It could be 3 tenors in Livorno, Italy, performing for us. It could be a world-renowned cellist on the steps of the old church in Dubrovnik that's completely blocked off just for us. It is a wonderful celebration. It's red carpet, white glove service. You get a glass of sparkling champagne or a specialty drink from that area. And it's completely complimentary for our guests. And it always takes place on one of our voyages where we're there for an overnight. It truly is Azamazing. And they are all over the globe when we celebrate place. Now, because of the pandemic, we've been having them on board. But slowly, as countries are starting to loosen up on their regulations, we're starting to have them back in these iconic, beautiful theaters, museums, and places of celebration around the globe. So those are our Azamazing evenings. Now I'll talk a little bit about our country intensive voyages. These are voyages that really make Azamara very, very special and unique to the cruising landscape. And again, we hug the coastlines of the world, really looking for destinations which can showcase what we do with small ship the best. So here's a great one. Here's Japan. Now I've popped it up here for 2023 because I know this is a big sort of to-do or bucket list type of destination, but you can see this is a true Azamara voyage. We're going to almost circumnavigate the entire island of Japan. We're going to get into all those beautiful ports of call like Hiroshima and Sakamoto and Kanazawa and Akita, going from different types of culture and history, so very, very different landscapes from the north to the south. And I love we also pop into Busan, into South Korea as well. So this is a classic example of a broad stroke country intensive voyage where we're going to make sure that you really take away all of Japan when you're there. You feel super connected to the culture, the people, and the place. And we'll have lots of late nights in this particular voyage, overnights as well, and just giving you lots of time to really explore this incredible country. So here's another one. I love this one. It's a France intensive. Now, a lot of our clients, when they choose Azamara, they will choose it based on the destination. We're really well known for places like the Med, the West and Eastern Med, places like South Africa. We're also very well known for the Northern European countries like Denmark and Sweden, Norway, and also really unique itineraries like what you see here, where we're going to skirt that coastline of France right out onto the Atlantic nose, what I like to call with St. Milo there, and then all the way down into Bordeaux. Most people will access Bordeaux via river cruise, but with Azamara, we do it by ship. So again, hugging that coastline all the way around, giving you access to places like Paris because we get close enough. It's just a couple-hour train ride away into Honfleur. St. Milo, as I said before, that nose that sticks out into the Atlantic, known so well for its gorgeous fresh seafood, beautiful wines, and then getting into Bordeaux for a double overnight. Now with Azamara, we do it in segments. So you could do the France intensive, and then you could do the Spain intensive right afterwards. As you can see here on my screen now, I've circled La Rochelle up there in the upper left-hand corner. That's where a lot of the bigger ships will have to be docked, and they will have to access all of this beautiful valley area that you see on my screen now, either by a coach or a transfer. But because we're the size of the ship, we're able to make our way all the way down the canal into Bordeaux. And that's where we would do a double overnight for you, giving you all of the accessibility, those gorgeous, gorgeous areas, all known for the beautiful wines that that area of France is so well known for. And then what you could do is link it with the Spain intensive, because you see this one starts in Bordeaux. This one I love. It's a very popular itinerary. This one is on the Pursuit next September. It's 13 nights. You've got 2 overnights. So one of those would be in Bordeaux. The other one would be in Seville. You've got 11 ports and 5 late nights. I love this one. Goes through the Rock of Gibraltar, into Cartagena, up to Valencia, and then into Barcelona. So again, great opportunity to spend an extra day if you would like. But I love, again, the accessibility that Azamara does. We wind our way 70 miles up the Guadalquivir River that you can see on my upper right screen there, and we just squeak through. There's not many companies that are able to take their ships through this very, very narrow passage and through the locks, getting accessibility to Seville. But once we're there, we actually turn the ship 180 degrees, captain backs it in the last mile, and we are literally docked right across from the bullfighting ring, right in the heart of Seville, which gives you so much accessibility to fantastic foods, wines. You can do a hop on, hop off. You can do our shore excursions. You can just walk and listen and smell and taste. Seville is one of my favorite cities in all of Spain. And it's so nice to know that your floating hotel is right there. Italy Intensive is a very popular one for us. Again, you can see we do both the east and western side of Italy, taking in the best of the north and the south, going into beautiful places like Florence, of course, and Rome, and going into Sorrento, then skirting around the boot all the way back up into Venice. And again, gives you that diversity of Italy, which is so, so popular. So for those of you who have been to Italy before, and maybe you want to go back and spend some extra time in some of these ports, you've got 12 nights on this one, you've got 2 overnights, you've got 10 ports, you've got late nights to really enjoy. So again, it's just the best of what Italy has to offer. Now I popped this one on here because this is one of my favorite itineraries that we keep repeating, and this is our Croatia Intensive. We have about 7 different versions of this. And I love this particular voyage because it starts in Venice. Actually, you would start, you'd fly into Bologna. We would give you the transfer into Venice because we can no longer dock there until they complete construction on the new dock. And then we make our way right down that gorgeous Croatian coastline. Now, when you go into places like Zadar and Split and Hvar and Dubrovnik and Kotor, you really feel all of the influence of all the other European countries that have really shaped that former Yugoslavia to what we know today. You've got the best of Italy, France, Spain. You feel it in the food, the wine, the people are hospitable. You know, they've really had to rebuild this since the 1990s, and your money as a tourist is very, goes a long, long way, and the people are so gracious. It's gorgeous. If I had to give you advice, this is one I would put up on that to-do list towards the top, because you can see foreign money coming in, starting to build it up, but it still holds on to so much of its culture and the authenticity of what it was. So go and see Croatia. This is a fantastic way to do it. And you can see we truly hug that coastline, visiting all those great ports of call. I won't play the video because I know it'll be a little bit sketchy here, but certainly the Expedia team can send that out to you if you want to take a look at Croatia a little bit in a video. Now, we also have wonderful partnerships around the world. If you're a golfer, we have some fantastic Prix golf voyages where you're able to not only cruise the world, but play the game as well. Now, this is not things like pitch and putt type of golfing in destination. This is true, fantastic courses that are world class. And this operates as a fantastic opportunity for you as a golfer to enjoy the best golf of the world while you're cruising. So all the clubs are delivered to the course. We take care of all your starting times, the caddies, the carts. We have social events. And then we have the fantastic team from Prix Golf, which is stationed out in Scotland, that joins us on board. There's usually about 100 golfers, and we have quite the golf cruise calendar. Now we have it all the way up into 2024, but you can see this also includes things like the British Isles and the Open. It includes the Baltic, it includes the Irish Links courses. We have Scotland, we've got New Zealand, we've got South Africa. Each one of these voyages would offer about 5 to 6 rounds of golf, and it's considered like a shore excursion. So our golfers would go off and play, reconvene back on board their floating clubhouse at the end of the day. Spouses who golf or not can join them. And then it's a real celebration of not only the love of cruising, but also for the love of sport of golf. So fantastic opportunity. If you like to golf, talk to any of the advisors. They know it so well. Very, very popular for us at Azamara. And again, it's something that's signature to us. So gives you an idea of some of the different golf programs that we have a little bit more in depth. So here's the British Isles. The Azamara journey will be taking our clients there in July of 23. It's 12 nights, 4 overnights, 8 ports, 6 late nights. So look at that gorgeous itinerary right from Dublin, coming all the way back into Edinburgh. Here is the Scotland intensive. This one is so popular, sold out very quickly for 2022. It's now open all the way up into 24. Again, going into these great destinations, starting in Dublin, going all the way around. You've got golf in there, you've got lots of nights, lots of ports. It's a fantastic, fantastic voyage. And of course, Ireland. This is one of my favorites. This one goes from Dublin and ends up in Southampton or in London. Again, you've got 8 ports here. You've got lots of overnights. You've got some late nights to enjoy as well, going into beautiful places like Belfast as well. And then, of course, playing golf in some iconic courses. I popped this one up because we just left the Monaco Grand Prix. It's wonderful to be able to have your ship right there, because I'm sure that you've seen it on TV, or if you watched, Drive to Survive. Everybody loves the thrill of a Grand Prix race, getting to know the drivers, and then having this beautiful ship right there in Monaco, seeing the fireworks, feeling the excitement, hearing the cars. It's pretty spectacular. So we always offered the 2. So you can see them there, the Monaco Grand Prix, and then we also do the French Grand Prix. And this is, again, just one of several different world events that we offer. We also have the World Cup coming place in November in Qatar, so that's there as well. So lots of different types of world events that are available to you, so you can cruise and enjoy these as well. Now, for those of you who have some time on your hands and perhaps you would like to take a world voyage, we opened this up and it's been selling incredibly well. It's 155 days, and we include all 7 wonders of the world. So look at this once-in-a-lifetime cruise. It truly is fantastic. So you can see all of the wonders that we hit as we go through. You can see the white line as we make our way across the globe in 155 nights. You've got 22 overnight stays. We've also got $22,000 US dollars in amenities that are offered on board. We offer business class air. You get lots of onboard credit to spend how you please, lots of destination celebrations, and you get to click off 40 countries. So again, if you have 155 days, you want to spend them at sea, this would be truly an amazing, amazing experience for you. So I'll introduce you now to our fleet. Now we're really lucky at Azamara because we have 4 beautiful identical sisters. There they are there, the Azamara Quest, the Azamara Journey, the Azamara Pursuit, and the Azamara Onward. Now these are gorgeous ships. And as I said before, they all hold only 680 passengers, 408 crew. They're all just under 31,000 tons, so just that perfect size to wind into gorgeous fjords in Norway, to access those beautiful villages and towns and hidden harbors and ports of call all around the world, plus the small little islands like off the coast of Greece. We really do like to say we like to welcome you home. I love our onboard family. They're very unpretentious, they're very warm, they're very welcoming, but they offer that perfect amount of service and care and passion for where we're at. You will see our Marine team. They will be there. The captains will be interacting with you. They will be asking you questions. They'll be showing you how they navigate by stars. They'll be telling you stories how they became captains of our beautiful fleet. They want to know who you are, and they want you to know who they are as well, because every single one of our crew members has a story to tell. With Azamara, we have some beautiful suites to offer you. We have Club Spa suites and Ocean, Club World Owner suites. We have Club Continent suites as well. These range anywhere from 300 to 400, even 500 square feet. They come with full butlers. They come with very, very spacious amenities, bathrooms, private bedrooms, all the goodies that you would expect on some of the suites on board ships. But, you know, there's folks that just want to spend their times on board. And then there's others that want to spend their time offshore. So for those of you who love to spend your time reflecting and relaxing on board, we have beautiful rooms for you. And we also have beautiful rooms for those who want to spend more time ashore and are comfortable in verandas or ocean views. We even have inside staterooms. Our bedrooms are so comfortable. The linens are very fine. Our amenities are fantastic on board. You will quickly feel very comfortable when you're sailing with us. We have lots of wonderful public spaces on board as well. We're not the type of ship where you have to go and put down a pool towel early in the morning. There's lots of space on board. We have a gorgeous walking running deck on the upper pool deck, 2 Thermalasa hot tubs that you see there, a saltwater pool, and then beautiful public spaces that you can go grab a cocktail and just visit with your fellow travelers, reflect on your day, read a great book, or just interact with new people and new friends that you've met, or just relax and listening to some fantastic music. We have wonderful martini bars. This one is called the Atlas. It's on the Onward. These do bespoke martinis, things like the Vespa martinis that James Bond loves so much. Great tapas to enjoy. And again, it's that wonderful place just to reflect after a busy day. The living room is up on our top deck. We offer complimentary tapas here. We do fantastic wine pairings like Chef Table. We have wonderful entertainment like jazz that comes out of Broadway. So this is a great place, again, just to reflect after a busy day and to relax at your day at sea. I can tell you the one thing about Azamara, when we are sailing, clients love to spend time in our gym or on our spa, but they also love our food and wine. I can tell you our food and wine offerings and beverages that we have on board are fantastic. They are authentic, indicative of the area. We always have themed dinners to offer you. You can eat a la carte casually, like grilled salmons on top of salads, or really go and treat yourself to a fantastic meal in one of our specialty restaurants. Or just enjoy fantastic food in our main dining room called Discoveries. So Mosaic Cafe is our barista area, so you can get great coffees there. Windows is a place that a lot of people go for breakfast or lunch. They serve a la carte dining there in the evenings, where we have themed dinners where you can find Indian or Chinese or beautiful Turkish themed food. The patio is very casual. It's kind of al fresco dining. So again, a lot of offerings for every type of palate. So this is a shot of one of our specialty restaurants called Prime C, and it's a true steakhouse. So you would get Chateaubriand here, paired with very, very fine wines. Beautiful several course dinner. It's an amazing dining experience, and this is one of two specialties we have on board ships. If you are in a suite, it's completely complimentary. If not, there's a small surcharge of $30 to get in here, but all of our friends of Expedia know me well. They will certainly just reach out, and I will ensure this is included for you if you decide to sail with us, because I really want everybody to try some of these fantastic offerings on these menus. So there's some of our main dining rooms. There's the two specialties. There's discoveries. There's no set dining. You just come and go as you please. Tables of 2, tables of 10, tables of 8, 6, 10 o'clock, whenever time you get back on board. With Azamara, it's fantastic value. We are really well known for the pricing of what we offer. So all the gratuities are included with Azamara. The food and beverage, so all the standard spirits, beers, and wines are all included throughout the day. So it's wonderful. You can enjoy some of our fantastic wines we offer. There's typically 2 or 3 reds with every meal, 2 or 3 whites, a rosé, always a sparkling, which is a Prosecco or a French champagne. All those cultural evenings I mentioned, so the White Night, the Oz Amazing Evening, that's included. The shuttle services to and from ports. Sometimes you got to get into the old town. We'll offer that shuttle service, or if it's a couple blocks away, we'll make sure that we get you there. And the and more, that would be things like concierge service. So let's say you're in a town and you know what, you've been there before, or you don't want to take a short excursion. You just want to take a hop on, a hop off bus, or sit in a quiet cafe. We'll always have somebody from the local tourist board there with maps to make sure you know exactly where to walk, where to shop, where to relax, where to take some private transfers, or do whatever you choose to do. Now with Azamara, the only thing we really don't include is our shore excursions. And boy, do we have a lot to offer. You can do amazing shore excursions, like you can tack on a full-on safari with Monaco in Africa. You can go see, some fantastic wildlife in places like India or in Borneo. We have food and wine themed type shore excursions for you, where you go into private homes and experience the finest winemakers, or experience how they press olive oil. We have cultural and history ones where you are really connecting to people in temples and private homes. Adventures like Machu Picchu. And then so much more, like train adventures through Switzerland or South America. So everything from the very small to the very large. It's completely up to you, because we know it can't be cookie cutter where one size fits all. For those of you who perhaps like traveling on your own, just see my friends at Expedia. They can set you up. We are one of the cruise lines that does offer fairly aggressive solo rates, and we change those all the time. So the Voyages, we can pay as little as 125% of the cruise fare. So that's something to always keep in mind if you like traveling by yourself. And with Azamara right now, we have quite a robust Explore Well at Sea program, which means that we take very, very careful care when we invite our guests on board our ships. Currently, our protocols are you have to be double vaccinated with a booster, and you have to present with a negative test in order to board. Now, we know that's very fluid. It's changing every day. So stay tuned. It'll always be communication before you sail on what the latest protocols are. But I can tell you, after just coming back, I felt very, very safe being on board, knowing that everybody was exactly like I was and fully vaccinated. Right now, we do have a fantastic offer to extend to you to being part of the Expedia family. Our current market offer is we have saved 50% off the second guest. We're going to give you $500 on board credit. You can spend that on one of those amazing shore excursions. You can spend it in the spa. You can even spend it in the gift shop if you would like. And then I'm going to ensure that you get an extra $250 of extras by booking through Expedia. The one thing that I love as well is we want to make sure you have that peace of mind travel. So we have something called Cruise with Confidence, and that's extended all the way up until August, the end of August of 2022. So this year, which means that you can cancel your cruise up to 48 hours before you set sail for any reason on any of our 2022 voyages. And we'll either ensure you get a future cruise credit, or we want to make sure that you're well taken care of if you have to cancel. So there it is there, extra spending for you because you are a guest of Expedia Cruises, and we really appreciate you taking the time out of your night to spend it with me to learn a little bit more about Azamara and our beautiful ships and how we explore the world. All of our favorite places. I was just in Turkey and Kusadasi enjoying some Reiki and some fantastic food. So I wanted to pop that in there. And then I also just wanted to say thank you. But as I wrap up why Azamara and our beautiful little ships that we have sailing all around the world, it's all about slowing life down, making sure we have those longer stays, those overnights, those night tourings, so you can connect and immerse yourself in each destination. So with that, I'd like to say thanks, Lisa, Randy, team, Scarlett, Stephen, everybody that's on for hosting and having me. And I want to say welcome everybody on board our ships.
Oh, thank you, Eva. Oh, you gave us lots of problems in terms of which intensive am I going to do next. And truly, I have been privileged enough to sail on Azamara, and I have to tell you, the white nights were fabulous. The Amazing evenings were spectacular, and it just really is such a beautiful, beautiful product to get on. And one of the things that I really enjoyed is the intimacy. You know, a smaller ship, open dining, resort casual. And you just felt it was your home. So, all right. We are going to take a few questions. Is
Sure.
there back-to-back discounts if people want to do more? That you were talking about the France intensive and the Spain intensive. So if we combine that, is there any kind of discount?
Absolutely. We love making sure that we take care of our guests that we call our loyal guests. So if you do back-to-backs, depending on how long the segments are, anywhere from $300 to $700 onboard credit is what we're going to give you. And then of course you get a percentage off the next cruise. So the second one, because now you've become a loyalty guest to us. So certainly we love to gift you with onboard credit when you do back-to-backs, which is really nice.
That is fabulous. Okay, helps pay for some of those shore excursions and a little spa, maybe even a little shopping, as you said.
Yeah.
There is a demand, and I think a lot of people want to go because the ships are small. I know they are filling up. Is there any availability September, October, no, like for the rest of this year? Do you have any space?
You know what? We certainly do. Actually, the 2022 September, October, we're so proud to have all of our ships back in the water. And you know, as we all experience in this industry, we had to redeploy our ships quite a bit as we maneuvered around the pandemic. So we do have space. Some of it is limited on some of the voyages, but certainly we have space in places like the Western Med, the Eastern Med. If you wanted to do a France or Croatia intensive, we have some fantastic pricing for those. We call them closer in voyages. So if you can travel September, October, all the way up into November, I can tell you the rates are really aggressive. They're only going to go up if you wait. So right now, I just even saw some that are sitting around the 3,000 Canadian mark for an 8-night cruise. That's an intensive.
That's incredible.
So that would include the France, the Italy, the Spains. It's pretty aggressive pricing. So you're looking at suites a little bit more. The balconies were around 3,500.
Okay.
And yes, we do have space. Not on all of them, but on many.
All right, so we're talking about soon. Let's talk about later. I know you have 2023. Is 2024 for people who may want to plan ahead? Is that out for booking?
We have a good chunk of 2024 out. It's the first half of the year is available for booking, because certainly we know people love to plan early. That world voyage, of course, goes all the way up into 2024. It starts right in that new year. So those segments that take the ship all the way through, those are all open. So we have a good, it's about 7 months of 2024 that is open for your booking, because we know lots of people like to plan those bigger voyages a lot further out. Yes.
Oh, all right. Deposits. How much are the deposits? When is final payment, and are those deposits refundable?
Oh, you know what? Deposits were such a great boutique type of line to work with. So even when you are ready to book, you can certainly reserve without your deposit. We're going to bug you about 30 days later and make sure that you do deposit down. Depends what you are going to be booking into. It's either $500 or it's up to $1,200, depending if it's a suite. And the deposits, it depends on when you want to cancel. You know, we follow a schedule of payment, but we don't bug you until 120 days out. So we want to make sure 3 months beforehand, you know, you've got your money in your hands, you put it towards it. If you have to cancel, we can do the Cruise with Confidence would kick in if you were sailing this year. If you book before the end of August, we want to make sure that you are taken care of. We know that you need that peace of mind type of travel. And, you know, always work with us and work with your Expedia advisors. They know our deposit schedules very, very well. We are a very flexible cruise line to work with, and we're not going to bug you for full payment right up front. You can certainly just place hold your voyage, and then we'll bug you for a deposit about 30 days later. Final 120 out.
All right. One of our guests tonight said, just received an email for guests that cannot present a negative COVID test upon embarkation. Testing is available at the terminal or on the boarding dock for $59 US. His question is, how is this paid? Can it go to, is it paid by credit card, or can it go onto your room? And once tested, do you have to wait for results before you can go on the ship into your room? He says, we are on the Scotland cruise in August.
Oh, okay. And I can tell you, because I just went through this, because we, of course, embarked the ship in Greece, and I chose to do exactly that. There was 7 of us, so we chose to get our testing done right at the pier. I can tell you it was fairly quick. It's color coded. So you come in, you present your passport, your vaccine certificate, and then you do a quick rapid antigen test. Now, certainly you can do it on your own. So you've got PCR, you've got rapid antigen. One has to be 24, the other one has to be 72 hours out. A written document that says you're negative, you can present that, and then you can embark on the ship. If you choose to do it at the pier, you can charge it directly to your room. So that will go onto your room account. Yes, you do have to wait the token 15 minutes for your result, but then you get a nice big green sticker that says go, and then you are embarked right on board the ship.
Perfect. And I know that Azamara had shuttle services that went from the ship to the city center if it's more than walking distance. Are those back on for itineraries right now?
Another really good question. And yes, as much as we can put them back on, there's some like it was available in Monte Carlo, it was available in Greece. In Seville, you can just walk right off. Barcelona, again, it was like walking right into Las Ramblas, so it wasn't needed. Some of the other itineraries, some of the local shuttle services are not quite functioning yet. When we were in Greece, we had quite a few shuttle services taking us from the port off into some of the major city centers, so that was great. Some of them aren't operating their public transport or their private transports yet to be able to accommodate ships of our size, but we always want to make sure that we are offering it if it is available, and it's pretty much is all the way back up to normal.
Okay.
Sometimes you just have to put a mask on, depending on the country.
Yeah. A question from Dave about discounts for 2023, and I think you kind of covered that in terms of the promotion that's on right now is buy one, get one, and the extra onboard credit.
Yeah, we have a couple of different promotions, so it just depends when you want to book and how far out. We're pretty aggressive with our promotions. We want to make sure that you have that extra on board.
And our Expedia Cruises consultants can help you find that, obviously, Dave. And one of the other things that I love about your cruise line is, if by some chance a better price comes out later, we can always call in and get your price adjusted. So there really is no risk in booking early, thinking, you know, I'll wait and I'll get a better deal. You're better off booking, getting your space, and if a better deal comes available, not often, but if it does, we can get that for you. From our own Mary Chang to everyone, hi Eva, flying to Venice tomorrow to sail on the new Onward. So Mary, you'll have to let us know how that goes. question from Yvonne. How far in advance are shore excursions confirmed?
You can pre-book them at any point before you board your cruise. You can use that onboard credit that I'm going to give you to pre-book your shore excursions. And then you get it in your shopping cart when you log on to azamara.com and you sign in. You'll see them in there. Just make sure you hit the checkout button, and then it'll be in your cart. Then when you get on board, your shore excursion tickets will be delivered directly to your room.
Okay. We have a kind of a numbers person. What is the tonnage and the guest to crew ratio, please?
Oh, the tonnage, just under 31,000 tons for each of our ships. One is a little bit different than the other because there are the R-class ships. So we have the 3, the 6, the 7, the 8. So the Pursuit has a little bit of a different tonnage. That's why she's able to go up into places like Norway. So she's a little different configured, but they all sit just over 30,000 or just under 31,000 tons. And our crew to guest ratio is about 2 to 1. So 680 guests, 408 crew.
Okay, perfect. All right. Oh, just one more question. Any other theme cruises other than the golf and the racing?
Oh my goodness. Yes, we have the wine themed cruises, which is fantastic. We're really honing in on different areas that are so well known for wine. So Spain, Italy, France, that are particular. We also have the Edinburgh military tattoo. We also have voyages that are around, like you said, with Monaco, and it's wine, it's animals, and it's of course Victoria Falls. So you've got all that with South Africa as well. That's a fantastic themed voyage. And then we also have different voyages that will have special guest lectures on board. So it could be a historian when we're going to Italy, and it'll talk all about, the beautiful David before you go into Florence. So it kind of gives you the art history lesson 101. So each one of them will have maybe layers. And then you've got your bigger themed voyages like golf or the Grand Prix or the World Cup soccer or the military tattoo, things like that.
Lots of choices. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. Travel is starting, and it's time to start thinking about where you want to go in 2022, 2023, 2024. We have lots to make up for. Reach out to your family and friends. I love my partner, but you know what? I want to go away with other people because I think I'm kind of tired of just being with him all the past 2 years. So I think it's wonderful to be able to plan a trip with the friends and the family that you haven't been able to be with for a long time. So please reach out to your consultant. We thank you for your past travels. We thank you for your future travels. We are here and we are ready to help you make your dreams come true. Please contact us and let us start planning for you. I want to thank you for joining us for this presentation, as well as all the other presentations we've had for the last 2 years. If you have missed any of them, you can go onto our YouTube channel and view them. We are going to be taking a break for the summertime, but we will be here if you have any questions and need help planning. So thank you for joining us, everyone. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful summer, and we look forward to hearing from you and planning your vacation.